What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from the band Humiliation, entitled Turbulence from the Deep. This is released on Deepsend Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Malaysia, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very rough and rugged, war-themed style of death metal. Pretty much, if you are familiar with bands like Bolt Thrower or Asphyx, this is a band that definitely picks up influence and inspiration from both of those kinds of bands. To be perfectly honest, I'm very much a newcomer to this band. I have never really heard too much of this band's material prior to this new release, so I will have more of a reason to check out some of this band's earlier works. Yeah. But moving on, this is their fourth full length. It's 11 tracks, and it clocks in at around 44 minutes in length. And pretty much from the minute you see the album cover art to when you hear the track No Return, you're going to get some very workmanlike style death metal. This isn't really reinventing the wheel or claiming to be something brand new or innovative. This is pretty much meat and potatoes death metal, if you want to call it that. But I think the way that it's executed here is done in a very solid and tasteful manner. You get some really enjoyable death metal to be heard with this record. The guitar work on here is definitely something that invokes the Bolt Thrower comparisons or the Bolt Thrower's kind of sounds, just because of the way the guitar tone is and the way everything sounds. There is a lot of heaviness and just grit when it comes to the guitar work. I mean, you hear it on the tracks No Return, Operation Obeo 1, and Calibrated Chaos. There is some really good guitar work to be heard on here. Very powerful, very meaningful, and just crushing. That's the kind of tone you hear with the guitar on this album. It is a very crushing kind of guitar. The bass guitar definitely moves along very nicely. It has a good tone to it. It's very deep and it's very audible. It definitely suits for this brand of death metal and the kind of ideas and styles that it goes out for. It's not trying to be too powerful in the mix, but I think it definitely suits itself very well. When it comes to the drums, this album definitely has a bit of a minimalistic approach when it comes to the drums. It's very mid-paced, but yet everything feels natural. Nothing feels like it was mixed too right or too wrong. You can definitely hear the way the double bass is, the way some of the drum patterns are. It definitely has a natural kind of vibe and quality to it. I think it's pretty damn cool. But like I said, the drums maintain a very mid-paced, minimalistic kind of feel to it. It's not something that rushes itself. It's definitely something that requires your patience. And I definitely think the drums do that. And I believe the drum performance is very well and very, very nicely thought out. And when it comes to the vocals are very understandable, very well worded. I really dig this vocalist's vocal style. It's very gruff, very powerful, and definitely when it comes to this band's lyrical themes. When it comes to this album's lyrical content, I definitely feel that it has a very simplistic approach, pretty much very nautical themed. Considering the album is called Turbulence from the Deep, it definitely has that nautical submarine kind of vibe when it comes to the lyrics. Very simple, very basic, but yet it's done in a tasteful manner. And that's what I really enjoy about this this style of lyrical content. It is pretty cool. But then again, this is what this band is pretty much well known for, delivering war themes and definitely anything that has to do with war. I think Humiliation do a pretty damn good job. So overall, this is a pretty good album. I really enjoy what I hear. I definitely think it is a simplistic meat and potatoes type of effort, but I say that in the most positive way possible. I definitely think this is recommended to anybody who is a fan of Bolt Thrower or Asphyx or any kind of really gritty kind of traditional death metal. I definitely think Humiliation have pulled off a really good record here. It's not, like I said earlier, I don't think it's reinventing the wheel or trying to become something innovative, but with what it has here, it's definitely something very comfortable. This is a very comfortable listen, if you want to put it like that. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say the opening track, No Return, Operation Obey 01, Calibrated Chaos, Sea Denial, and Homefront. So I'm going to leave you a link in the description box to the Deepsend Records Bandcamp where you can purchase this album, or also stream it digitally, hear it for yourself, buy it digitally, or buy it physically direct from the Deepsend store. So yeah, it's a pretty good record. It's not too crazy, but still, I think it relatively gets the job done. So I'm going to show you the album again. This is Turbulence from the Deep by Humiliation. This is released on Deepsend Records. Definitely check this out. And as far as the score is concerned, I'm going to give it a 7.75 out of 10. I think it's definitely warranting of a purchase, definitely worth owning. It does have the simplicities and the standard basics when it comes to death metal, but yet I think it's done in a very good and tasteful manner. So, pretty solid release. Check out Humiliation. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.